Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where I am here in the southern old forest, and I have found Kedrach the Cruel. Well, she doesn't look all that cruel to me, but maybe looks can be deceiving. Hello there.
I see you have been over to speak with my sister. Henbran is as dramatic as ever, it seems.
Well, now, I don't know about the grimoire that she's speaking of. I would never have dreamed of stealing it from her. I know how important. Oh, dear. What's wrong? When I decided to start keeping my own house with my husband, I took few things with me. I did, however, take a large chest full of blankets that I had knitted, as well as the wedding dress that I was sewing. Oh my! That was so long ago now. My husband is many years past, and my own daughter has gone on to wed and lose her own husband. But I digress. Perhaps the grimoire was within the chest when I left to come here. Oh, if so, I feel awful. I never intended to take Henny's grimoire. She was always so much dedicated to the family history and all the teachings from our ancestors. No wonder she thinks I'm cruel. Oh, dear. Oh, listen, I would impose a boon upon you, if you will. My daughter has been sick for many days, and I was just about to head out to gather herbs with which to treat her ailments. If you would gather what I need, I will go look into the chest. I will need willow bark, yarrow, and slippery cap mushrooms. I will head inside now to look for the chest. Slippery cap mushrooms, willow bark, and yarrow. Gotcha. I'm sure I have no trouble finding those things. I hope I don't have to get the willow bark from Old Man Willow or anything like that. Now, is it possible even to harvest bark from Old Man Willow, and would it be poisonous? I don't know, but I know what will be poisonous: the sting of a hornet, right? So let's deal with that. Then I can go and look for the ingredients. Apparently, all I had to do was turn around to find the willow bark. Because here we are. One willow. Yeah, I suppose being along the shoreline is appropriate for a willow. One knows how much they love their water. There we go. And which is, of course, why you never plant a willow next to plumbing lines. And right next to the second willow is some yarrow. Alright. That's good. Does that mean I'll find... Oh, I was about to say, will I find more yarrow next to the third willow, but apparently I found it just before. But yarrow number 3 is next to willow number 3. So it looks like yarrow must like staying next to willows. And that's nice and convenient. What's not convenient are these roots here that just love to attack you. Maybe they don't like to attack you, but they certainly like to attack me. Now, where's that last willow? Some more yarrow, and of course, mushrooms. Slippery cap mushrooms. That almost slipped past my notice. Really? You're threatening me? You're threatening me? Oh. Actually, it looks like it wasn't threatening me. I just saw it wave its tendrils like that, and I thought it was trying to attack me. Oh, well. Don't wave your tendrils at me then. Alright, here we go. Oh, more slippery cap mushrooms. So this shouldn't take me long to find everything. I suppose she's still inside. I'll go in and leave the bear outside. Ah, looks like I found Kedrak and Kedrak's daughter and Kedrak's, I presume, granddaughter.
How can I be of service?
Ah, you found everything? Why, thank you. The willow bark and yarrow will help my daughter feel better, while the mushrooms will be part of tonight's meal. Well, I can't argue with that. After all, I am a hobbit and we love our mushrooms.
Do you know I searched my entire house while you were gone?
And did you know your voice actress keeps on changing? Well, then my daughter reminded me that the chest was in the basement. Whew! My memory is not what it was. Go on ahead and search the chest for the book. If it's in there, you can bring it to my sister. All right? The Almond family chest? Ah. Well, I found a blue cloak. Oh. Yes?
So, you found my blue cloak, eh?
Yes. I was the one bringing food to Auntie Henbron. My mother suspected, but didn't ask me about it. I had to stop this week because my daughter and I both fell ill and have been here watching over her. I am grateful you were able to help fish for Auntie in my stead. I will take up the task again soon as I'm feeling better. Perhaps the time will not have to go cloaked and hiding who I am. I desperately wish to meet my mother's sister. I was able to bake some bread earlier today. Will you bring the loaf to the table to Auntie Henbron? May I help? May it help even to further mend the gap between our family. Okay. I suppose. One loaf of bread. Okay. Now, let's see if there's anything else in the chest. Guess we need to go deep this time. Ah! Here's an old book.
You found the grimoire? Oh dear, I cannot believe I have had it all this time.
So many years of my sister thinking that I stole the book from her when I left. I would never have done such a thing. I can understand now why she never visited, even when my daughter was born. Oh, how very sad. We missed out on so many years in each other's lives. Oh, please, bring the book to my sister, with my blessing and my apology, if you carry it. It will not be enough, but I hope one day that she'll forgive us. All right, fine. I will bring the book to Henbron. See, so I've got the book. I've got the bread. So long. And let's go. Hello there. I have the book.
So you return, and no more the worse for wear, it seems. Has my sister gone soft?
Well, she did give me the book and said that she was sorry about it, that she didn't realize it was there. What? Decades without my sister? Over an accident? What have I done?
It took me a little while to find the passage about Luilos, but here it is.
The passage says here that the lady came looking for help finding the source of power that was compelling the dead to walk. My ancestor and Loiloth worked out the location for the Great Fear, and yes, I remember tales of this evil thing. Let me see. Yes, here it is. My ancestor Daragandus urged Loiloth to gather forces, but Loiloth went on her own. I can't quite make it out, but wait. This passage here I do not remember. Daragandus wrote that Loiloth first went to seek counsel with another. I think I know of whom she speaks. Yes, there is one who walks this forest even more powerful than myself. Her memory is long, and she will know where Loiloth next went. You will go find her to the riverside if you follow the path just right. You shall know her by her shining hair, and perhaps, if you're lucky, by her song on the wind. All right. Oh, also, her daughter had this gift for you.
I have missed so much. Has so much time really passed while I sat in my anger?
Bread. From Blue Cloak. This whole time it was Derwin? And my sister's daughter has a daughter of her own? Oh, I have missed so much. Has so much time really passed while I sat in my anger? Oh, this seals it. I will go and see them and help bring herbs of my own to help with the sickness. In truth, I know a path my knees will be able to tolerate. All this time I could have gone to Kendrach, but I closed my heart, just as I closed my door when she would come by. When was it that she last stopped coming, I wonder? So long ago, it seems. I wonder if she'll forgive me, but from what you have said, she already has. Joy creeps in my heart. I must make haste. As much haste as my old body can make, that is. Well, that's good, I guess. Now, let's go and find this woman along the river. Ah, I seem to have found the woman in question. Hello there.
Both the shadows in your eyes and the murmur of the river tell me dark tidings have brought you here.
I am Goldberry, and I'm glad to hear that you are challenging the Grey Fear. Though my heart knows sorrow once more too, to hear dear Loyala's name spoken. I spoke with her indeed, long ago, and very near the same spot. She came to me for aid, as you yourself now do. I gave her what protections I could, and I hold hope that they provided an advantage in her final hours. For though she vanished, so too did the dead that trickled back into the barrows. To you I will give you the same boon, but you must follow her footsteps to procure it. Deep in the forest, behind the tangled webs of the deadly weavers, grow dust blossoms, the scent of which bolsters the heart against the dread. Bring me 5 blossoms from the ruins at the center of the forest, and you may too go to battle with your heart girded. Oh, no. Are these from the place where I collected those spider webs earlier? Well, now remember, approach from the southeast, if it is. I was already well south, so I just had to do the east bit. And it looks like, yes, I've made it into the netting glade, and I guess the flowers I seek are around here somewhere? No, not ash branches. Obviously, I am not far enough along yet. And we do have broken urns. Now, what tier are these? I wasn't paying attention to that last time I was... Oh! My first dust blossom! Well, how about that? This is for... Okay, only journeyman, but... Twill do for now. Interesting thing about these dust blossoms is that they give a little bit of a sigh when you pick them. I don't know if that was audible for you, but that was a little bit of something interesting to add to it. Well, I'll grab the urn just in case I need it for anything. And besides, it's one less thing I have to deal with being in this area other than the dust blossoms. Oopsie daisy. Around the spider. Well, actually, got a better idea. How about just dealing with that menace? Now, the fact that she's 3 levels ahead of me is apparently not a concern in the least. There we go. Take care of that. And now, where is that last dust blossom? I thought there was one here around here somewhere. There's also a spider, apparently. I know, what a shock. Oh, of course! A forest creeper right next to it. There you go. One last one. Now, let's get back to Goldberry. I hope these are the right flowers.
Welcome back. Oh dear, you have some webbing in your hair.
You have found the dust blossoms, I see. Wonderful. Now then, place the blooms into the water here, and be sure to stay close by. All right. So into the water. Oh, this place right here, I guess. There we go. A cloud of musty smoke envelops you. You feel more determined. Oh, okay.
Go with cheer and walk more lightly, for day will always follow night.
May
this
this-
small
oh.
thing help you do great deeds.
I could only hope so. All right. Finally, back to Riengar. First off, with the bandages, here's the webbing you asked for.
Welcome back. The spider silk you gathered is exactly what I needed.
I feel slightly more confident that I'll be able to keep up with the injuries that my companions keep coming down with. Oh boy! Hafren chuckles as you struggle to pass her the sticky webbing. And I try to get the webbing that Goldberry saw in my hair also out. Hello, Riengar. I've managed to speak with the women in the forest.
Your return. I was growing worried you were gone for so long.
The woman that you met sounds fascinating. And Sarkford? I have heard the name, but have never been there. It was a haunted place even before the rest of Cardolan's dead stirred again. Oh boy, that sounds like a not fun place.
I still cannot believe you found so much evidence of Guido's final hours.
You even worked with someone who had spoken directly with Lilith? This is astounding. Everything you have accomplished in such a short time is more than I have been able to do in my many years of research. We're so close. We now know where Lilith went to fight the Grey Fear. I suspect this creature was not defeated as we thought. They may even be in Sarkfor now. I hesitate to ask you to go, but no, you have proven yourself over and again. I believe that you can follow in the footsteps of Lilith, and in so doing, perhaps we can put this deed dead to rest, as she once did. This time, though, for good. I do not know the way to Sarkforn, but I know one who might. I have been speaking with the ranger, Gorwin. Ask her if she knows the path to that unholy place. All right? Well, do you?
You have reason to believe that Grey Fear truly dwells within Sarkborn? It is worse than I feared.
I have not given thought to that terrible place since I was a young girl. It was spoken of almost a myth amongst my kin, a tale to steal the hearts of children should the dead ever again crawl from the barrels of Tyrann Gorthad. I know the way to Sarkfor, Pinelore, but it is treacherous. It is to the southeast of here, built into the hill of black stone. If you spy an old wooden bridge crossing a chasm before the waterfall, you have found the way. If you seek to defeat the Grey Fear, meet me there, my friend. All right. Meet Gorwin outside Sarkford. Now, that is a level 30 quest. It is actually something that is doable at my level because the main challenge in it is an instance, and that instance is scalable from 20 to cap. So obviously I'll do it closer to 20 than the cap. And now we have Riengar, which is one more thing to add.
I do not know what you may find in Sarkvorn.
I wonder if I could ask you to look for any clues that my mother may have gone that way. I suspect that, like us, she was following in Lilith's footsteps. I don't know what you might find, but anything at all will be of interest to me. I am returning to Herne. The stew must need stirring by now. you carry much hope with you, and I will keep hope in my heart that I will see you again. Alright, fine. I will search for clues. And actually, that is a level 25 quest. So I guess I need to go looking for secrets in Sarkvorn. While she said to go south, and then find that dark path and the bridge and all, that's not the path that I generally take in order to get to Sarkvorn. I have another path that I like, and that is along this way. Yes, I think it's along this way. There we go. It's an alternate route, we shall say. Assuming I can traverse the hill in question. And that's sort of the tricky bit here. And once I do that, well, I managed to get myself into the old forest. So a little bit of that. Right around here, I believe I get to Sarkvorn. Alright, there we go. And I think... oh yes, because there's the campfire. Because that campfire is... You have discovered the entrance to Sarkvorn, the Black Grave. So I did the discovery deed so I can do the instance here. Now I believe... Right. Do I speak with her in the instance or do I... Ah. Actually, it's pointing me this way in order to speak with her. So just outside the area, I'm to speak with her. Where? That's the tricky bit. And I had a quest arrow for that. Where is she? Should I be seeing a quest ring or something like that? Ah, one of those quests where the quest ring doesn't pop up until you get close to the quest giver. Hello.
In all my years, I have never dared to stray any closer to Sarkvorn.
But if this is where the great fear dwells, it is where we must go. There is no other choice, lest we allow this evil to spread through all of Cardolan, perhaps even all of Eriador. If this is truly the work of Angmar, then my vengeance is twice earned. Cardolan has suffered loss enough, and we cannot allow the great fear to bring it to ruin once more. If Luyla's quest led her to these ancient grounds, perhaps we can find some sign of her passing in Sarkvorn, or some tool of aid us to overcome the great fear. Even the most insignificant thing may prove a great boon. Let us go, Pinelore. If we wait any longer, I fear my courage may fail me. Well, so next, enter Sarkvorn and search for some sign of Luylath. But of course, that means going into the instance. So, right now, what I am going to do is to find those clues. And now I have to find that bridge that I did not find before because I always like to go that way instead of the proper way around. But that means I should be able to find it by going this way because, well, here's a river. Ah, yes, because there's the bridge right there on the map. Ah! A weathered skeleton. There is a necklace on the skeleton, and bring this necklace to Riengar. I think I'm going to save going into the instance for last, and next time I'm going to give this necklace to Riengar and try to close out as many quests as I can in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.